Hello there people of YouTube, this is EnvyTCG here, and I'm going to be starting up my YouTube channel now, and it's basically going to consist of Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that classic stuff, and this may include games, it may include, you know, just card deck profiles and stuff like that. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot. That's what there's gonna be a lot of. Anyway, guys, this is my first video. Welcome to my channel, and I thought I'd open it up with a deck profile on the Dueling Network, or my ideal dragon deck, if you'd like. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm gonna start off with the monsters, and for monsters, we've got 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, and these were picked because of a synchro monster, and it was only recently released. It was released in the same deck called Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, which is here, and these are 3 perfectly good monsters to get out, and you know, tying into Lord of D's effect, they are protected by this card. As long as this card's protected from attacks and the card effects, dragon types are affected by card that should be affected by card effects are protected. So yeah, and also they're just great. They're great for just dealing some damage, you know, when the time's right. Next, I have Tyrant Dragon. Tyrant Dragon negates the effects of trap cards that target it, so that's really good. And after its first attack, it can make a second one because the reason why I'm using this is because it's good to just like wipe out, you know, 2 monsters easy are gone just by that card. Brilliant, you know, that works. Next is Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and this is because it's probably my favourite dragon monster ever. Seriously guys, I love this card. I know it's a futuristic rip-off of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is my favourite, and it's easy to summon when you tribute to 2 monsters. You know, it's easy to special summon. You get an extra summon with this, and that's pretty good. The only downfall is that the monsters have to be 2000 or more, and also it's not immune to anything, so you could be wasting your time. But you know, I love that card. I just love it. The artwork's brilliant and all that stuff. I run 2 Red Eyes Black Dragons purely because of Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, which is my next card. And Red Eyes Darkness all round is just it's a good card. And you know, it's got good attack. It's one of the best normal monsters out there, in my opinion, and it's just a classic. And it just helps because now you can summon Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, and this card gains 300 attack for each of the dragon monsters in your graveyard, which really does help a lot. So you know, it's good for dealing some damage, and you know, if it's got enough attack points, it can take out those all those higher powered monsters, which are a pain in the arse, like the ones with 3000, 4000 attack points like that. And as long as it's protected and on the field, and you've got dragon type monsters in your graveyard, it's a powerful monster, and it's protected. It stays on the field, and it's consistent. You know, the trouble bought by it is consistent. Next, I have Genesis Dragon. This is an absolutely brilliant card, and I really do thoroughly love the effect of this card. Once per turn, you can send 1 dragon type monster from your hand to the graveyard, and add 1 dragon type monster from your graveyard to your hand. So you could send a really crappy one or a low level one and get your high level one. So you can get Blue Eyes White Dragon, even though it's not needed due to Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. You don't really want to be wasting this effect on the likes of Blue Eyes White Dragon, or Red Eyes Black Dragon for that matter, because Azure Eyes brings them back during your standby phase. You get 1 of them, you bring them back, and you know, it's a really good effect. Genesis Dragon is, because when it's sent to the graveyard, it returns all dragon type monsters from the graveyard to your deck, which is really good, and it's crucial at that moment when you're about to run out of cards in your deck, and your opponent's feeling all high and mighty, just like how you destroyed my Genesis Dragon. And that effect there really is a lifesaver in a duel. Next, I have White Horn Dragon. Gets rid of spell cards, so those who use Magician of Faith and things like that, it does get rid of the kind of cards that Magician of Faith could bring back, or any card that states that it can bring spell cards back. There's no spell cards in your graveyard and they're only removed from play pile, so you know this is a really good card to take away the opportunity for your opponent to bring back spell cards that they previously used during the duel, and that's why I run this. I run one Mirage Dragon, and that is because your opponent can't activate trap cards during the battle phase when that's on the field. So when you're about to finish them off, or you've got a sexy little combo, you can put it together and Mirage Dragon's just sat there like, hey, you can't activate trap cards. Next to run Golem Dragon. Now, I'd never heard of this card before I discovered it on the Dueling Network, and it's because of its effect is why I'm using it. So your opponent can't select other dragon type monsters as an attack target when that's in face up defense position, and it's 2000. You know, other weaker dragons can't be targeted. As long as you have a card effect that will protect that Golem Dragon, none of your dragons can be targeted as a, you know, attack target. So yeah, I run 2 Decoy Dragon purely because both of them, they get destroyed, and you can just bring out that all important level 7 monster, and it switches the level 7 dragon type monster from the graveyard. It's the attack target is switched from Decoy Dragon to that monster, and if somebody attacks with a weaker monster and you say bring out the Red Eyes Black Dragon or the Blue Eyes White Dragon, or any dragon for that matter, you know, your opponent's going to be stuck. They're going to lose their monster. So next is Ancient Dragon, and when this card inflicts damage to your opponent, its level gets increased and it gains 500, so it's good for to be the last monster to attack your opponent when it's part of a group, because that way it gains the attack points and the level, and as long as it can gain a level, so it could be level 12 and gain an extra 500 times 500 times 8 is 34,000, so it could gain up to 4,000, be 5,400. Brilliant card for as long as it's protected. It's untouchable, and it's indestructible because it's so high in attack points. All you need to do is make sure you do protect the dragon. So I haven't yet come across it, which is why you're about to see the spell cards be nothing to do with protecting these sorts of monsters, which I need to do. But yeah, I haven't come across a spell card or a trap card that will protect it. Obviously, unless it's with the exception of the likes of Magic Cylinder, you know, the Draining Shields and the dragon, the trap cards. Sorry, I'm saying dragon cards, trap cards that can stop attacks. So next we have Axe Dragonoot. Axe Dragonoot is a brilliant card for being 2000. Great card for, you know, that attack. The only downfall is obviously it's changed into defense position at the end of the damage step, so that's the only real downfall to it. But a level 4 monster with 2000 attack. I remember when level 4s were 1200 attack, which is what its defense is. Next we have Alexandrite Dragon, again level 4, 2000 attack. Brilliant for you know, the start of the duel when you're taking out all those monsters that could be used as tribute, you know, offers for tribute summonings, and that's good. That's really good for that sort of thing. Next we have Luster Dragon, 1900 attack. You know, a high powered level 4 monster, so it's high powered for its level. 1900. It's pretty awesome to use. And next, Maiden with Eyes of Blue. As soon as it's attacked, change its battle position, negates the attack. Special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand deck or graveyard. Shouldn't be a level 1. So, you know, and then I'll run 3 Cyberman and 3 Lord of D. Lord of D protects dragons, and Cyberman, you contribute it. Special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. So yeah. Next we have Silver's Cry. Silver's Cry, target run dragon type monster in normal dragon type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And that's a really good effect for that. I run 2 MST because Heavy Storm's banned and MST is the next best thing. So that's that, guys. Monster Incarnation, non-banned, not quite as good as Monster Reborn, you know, when you want to just get that monster out there. But you know, you can add it to your hand, and then it brings back a decent enough monster when it's in your time of need. Then you have that card. Next is Burst Stream of Destruction and Infernal Fire Blast, both great to take out some of your opponent's life points with Infernal Fire Blast. And Burst Stream of Destruction destroys all spell and trap cards, monsters, and if I had the ability to use a Dark Magician, it was a dragon, which wouldn't be quite right. I would have the ability to destroy spell cards and trap cards. Let's discard Sarcophagus. You have to wait 2 turns, but you still get them all important cards out when you need them. And then we run Stamping Destruction. If you control a dragon type monster, destroy a spell or trap card, and your opponent takes damage, so 500 points of damage. And then we got Swords of Revealing Light. Swords of Revealing Light is there, obviously, any time of need. Your opponent can't attack, and your opponent's face down cards, face down monster cards are you know, flipped. So you know, that's really cool. Wing Bit for Giant Dragon, return a level 5 hard dragon, which in my case would be White Horn Dragon, and it destroys all spell and trap cards. Then you could just tribute summon it again, given that you haven't tribute summoned, and that's brilliant then. And next we have 3 Fleet of Summoning Dragons to go with our 3 Lord of D's. That's especially when you need it. You can special summon 2 dragon type monsters from your hand, so that could be any of these sexy beasts or anything you need really. Next we have Dragonic Tactics. Tribute 2 dragons, special summon level 1 from your deck. No, a level 8, 1 level 8 from your deck. Pretty good to get that Blue Eyes White Dragon out if you want to offer one of your weaker dragons. So that means any of these dudes except for Kyberman and Maiden with blue, because they're not dragons. Next we have Dragon Shrine. You want to do that because you can get your Blue Eyes White Dragons ready for Azure Eyes. There, brilliant card effect. Now we have 2 of them. Now we have 2 Magic Cylinder, 2 cards protected. You're protecting Lord of D's and other cards like that. Magic Cylinder just is brilliant. So you know, it deals damage to the attacker, and that's your opponent obviously, equal to the monster's attack points, which is really good. Next we have Fiendish Chain. Always run a Fiendish Chain, and you target an effect monster. It can't do anything and it can't attack, so you know, that's brilliant. Next we have Draining Shield. Draining Shield gains life points. Bottomless Trap Hole, remove from play a monster that's special summoned. Strap Iron Scarecrow, you can use it once per turn, but at least you can flatten it out. You know, put it back down. That's brilliant. Dragon's Rage, you know, good for when your opponent's playing on the defensive and you have powerful dragons, and it inflicts the difference as damage, you know, between the attack and defense of the defending monster. And then I'll run 2 Dragon's Rebirth to bring back dragons from the remove from play pile. It always helps when your opponent plays Karma Cuts and Bottomless Trap Holes. We now have Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. I've already explained why this is brilliant. You know, when it's summoned until your next standby phase, your dragons are protected from spell or trap card effects, which is good because, hang on, let me see. Yeah, can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects until your next standby phase, which is really, really good, because that way your dragons are protected when you ain't got the likes of Lord of D out, and you know, that is really good. And this Supreme Sky Dragon, another card that I didn't discover existed until now, and it's because it's pretty powerful. You know, for each card in your hand it gains 800, so it's like a weaker version of Solana for the Sky Dragon, but still you got plenty of cards in your hand. Synchro summon that monster and it's got a fair amount of attack points. It's going to be pretty much a powerhouse. And you know, there is also Stardust Dragon. Can't go wrong with Stardust Dragon. Effects activated that destroys a card. You put that in the banish pile until the end phase, negates that effect. Next we have Stardust Spark Dragon. This one I didn't know existed as well, but it's obviously another version of Stardust Dragon. And you know, you can target once per turn during the a player's turn. Either player's turn, you can target one face up, except during the damage step. You can target one face up card you control. Once during this turn it cannot be destroyed by battle or by a card effect, so you don't be a waste of time. Your opponent. And Red Dragon Archfiend destroys all defense position monsters when it successfully destroys one, and it's just an all-round powerful monster. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that my deck is up to scratch. Welcome to my channel. If you enjoyed this video and you agree with my deck, make sure that you leave a like, and make sure you subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day, night, whatever.